Safti Titano. Now don't get it twisted, it is legitimately and literally exactly what it sounds like. Safti's price right now, $1.39. Safti's market cap, 1.4 million. Circulating supply, around 961,000 tokens. Rewards that they pay out per day, more than the entire circulating supply every single day. Now, what is Safti Titano? So it is an auto-compounding protocol just like Safti, just like Titano, just like Libero, right? On the Binance Smart Chain. They say this right here. It is inspired by and to address the shortcomings of Safti and Titano in order to create a flawless protocol. You accrue interest by simply holding the token in your wallet and connecting your wallet to their platform. The APY is absolutely fixed, which means it does not move. 392,537%. That is 0.02362 of a percent every 15 minutes, 96 times a day. Now here's what they say about their goals. The goal for the Safti token is simple: to build a crypto reserve currency that will still exist in the years to come and become the base for a future ecosystem that offers a range of crypto products and services, all being built from a strong foundation of consistent high APYs. So let me ask you this then, Safti Titano. Why is your domain only registered for 1 year if you're looking for longevity? That's confirmed by the protocol audit, which is in the description. Let me ask you a second thing really quick, Safti Titano. Why can the owner of the contract take all tokens and remove them into the Treasury and then convert them? Also confirmed by the audit. So if you can answer those questions for me, be much appreciated. Now, they did KYC at Pink Sale, but again, we know it's not a big deal if you KYC at Pink Sale because they make you KYC in order to be able to list on that protocol, right? So why do they do this? Pink Sale says that they release their names if they rug pull. So here's my contrarian viewpoint of that. Why does that matter if crypto isn't regulated? Like, no one's suing anybody in crypto because, again, it's not regulated. You're trusting your money to these people. There is no recourse from there. Plus, if they rug and they take all your money, they're already rich. So, like, what are you going to do? You're going to go beat them up? You're going to ask them for your money back? They're going to tell you no. They're going to probably be rich enough to hire a private security team, so you can't beat them up. So, take the KYC for what it is with a grain of salt. Now, here's what they say about the APY. We stray away from degen APYs to keep our treasury healthy while still offering competitive returns. So 392,000% isn't a degen APY. I must be in the wrong market because I've literally 9x'd my options portfolio before. I've 15x'd my options portfolio, and it's hard. It's not easy. It's not something that's simple to do. So you're talking about, I 9x, that's a 900%, right? You're talking about 390 some thousand%. So that's definitely a degen APY. So fees for the orders is 14% for buys and 16% for sell orders. So adjust for your slippage if you get into this project. I'm not telling you to get in. I'm not telling you not to get in. I'm giving you the facts. You make the decision for yourself. Don't follow me for good or bad, right? Whether I don't get into a protocol or whether I do get into a protocol, just make your own decision. So there is an RFV as well, risk-free value. And that is supported by the token's buying and selling fees. So 5% of all of those buying and selling fees get stored in the RFV. So 5% of that 14% or 5% of that 16% gets stored in the RFV. They say that the RFV helps in a sharp sell-off. A sell-off would not drain the liquidity pool. It would actually add tokens to the liquidity pool. So I don't know what they're talking about there. And if anybody believes that, probably just think a little bit further into it. Don't take their word for it, think into it. Now, again, that's only if the sell-off was on that exchange. If the sell-off's on a different exchange, I get it. Maybe it could drain the liquidity from this exchange and put it on, another exchange. Unless they're talking about their BNB liquidity, which I understand what they're saying, but they should be 100% transparent on that and be no, we're talking about the BNB liquidity and not the Safti liquidity, which I don't think that that's what they're talking about. I'm just adding that in there just in case somebody in the comment section is they could have been talking about BNB. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. There's an auto LP that adds liquidity every 24 hours. So 4% of the buy and sell fees go to the auto LP. 50% goes in Safti, and then 50% goes in BNB. So bam, triggered sell order, right? Then the Treasury gets 2.5 to 4.5%. It depends on whether it's a buy or a sell, right? Because sells are 2% higher than buys. And they use this to buy back the coin and try to establish a floor price. And they also use it apparently to fund new projects and blah, blah, blah. Just like everybody else said, like literally you could read their white paper. It's like a copy and paste from all the other white papers, Safu, Titano, all that. Then there's an auto burn mechanism that 2.5% of those buy and sell fees goes into a burn wallet, and then boom, they burn all the tokens. Then it will obviously get reminted whenever it's needed, right? So here is the Safti economics. There were 1 million tokens at creation, but there's only about 100,000 in circulating supply. The initial supply that they essentially offered out was 100K, and then the rest went into liquidity. So for the private sale, there was 10% allocated. Then on pink sale, 54% were allocated for that sale. 31.5% went directly into liquidity, obviously. The devs got 2% of the entire supply, and then 2% of the supply went to the pink sale fees. The airdrops and rewards got 0.5% locked up for that. Now, in the actual white paper and in the Discord, they are adamant saying that the team took no tokens. But they did. They took 2%. Like, they basically said it, and then they proved themselves wrong, like, on the next page. So, take that for what it is. I don't know. It's just a weird look to me. You're like, oh, guys, the team has no tokens. Don't tell them about the 2% over there. Okay. So, a lot of people think that just because they took, like, only 2% of the tokens, that's going to be a rug-proofing mechanism. No, it's not. So in the contract, and we'll get into this in just a second, the audit of the contract, they can take the money and transfer it out anytime that they want. So all of the money, they can put it into the Treasury wallet. They can take the Treasury wallet, convert it to BNB, and they can transfer all the money out at any given time that they want. So then there's the Safti insurance fund, and it's worth about $166,000 at present time in BNB and Safti tokens. Now, this is what everybody always comes to my videos for. This is what everybody's been waiting for, that Drew secret sauce, right? Let's get straight into that. So the circulating supply is 961,764 tokens. The auto rebase rate is 0.02362. That happens 96 times per day. Now, if you times the tokens by the rebases per day, it actually equates out to more than the circulating supply that they're having to pay out every day. It's 983,818.7 tokens that they have to pay out per day if everybody has their tokens in their wallets and they're having to pay all that out. Now, at a $1.39 price point, that's like $1.3 million. Add up all of the wallets that they have. They're worth less than $1 million. Way less. So they have to pay out over 2x the entire total value that they have locked or in their wallets every day. And they have to pay out more than the entire circulating supply every single day. Make it make sense. See what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this. Like, that doesn't work. It's not looking good. And I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, USD doesn't matter. It's all about Safti tokens. Nah, USD matters. And on their website, you can see they're actually quoting their ROI in USD, just like every other protocol is. They're like, oh, invest $1,000 and you'll have $3.8 million in however long. Look, you're not going to go and buy your groceries, your milk and eggs, your honey, your tea, right? You're not going to buy that with Safti tokens. You have to convert that to USD. So at the end of the day, no one cares about your ROI in Safti tokens if Safti is worth less than a cent when you can finally get out of it. There's no ROI there. You probably lost money. See what I'm saying? So that's why USD matters. Now, I want to touch on the contract, the audit, because there's some serious vulnerabilities in here and it's documented. The audit that was performed, it was extremely basic and it was definitely not by like Certic or Solidity. And I know everybody's going to be like, who cares about Certic? They just took Safu's money and blah, blah, blah. That's not confirmed, first off. I don't understand why Certic would have taken their money. My guess is Safu actually told Certic to stop, and said, hey, we don't want the audit anymore because we've already got everybody's money now and we can rug anytime we want. So don't tell everybody that we can rug anytime we want. And then Certic was like, hey man, we're like 85% through. We're keeping this money. That's just pure speculation. So don't take that for fact. I'm just speculating here. So don't shoot the messenger whenever I say that. So their audit was actually performed by Audit Rate Tech. This company literally has only been in business. Their first audit was 9/28 of 2021. And they have like, most of their audits have been within the past couple of months. Like this is like the Assure DeFi of auditing, right? And they've audited every single protocol you've never heard of, right? Like we're talking like these guys, Mega Safu, to probably like Darth Vader token or some crazy, you know, like all the projects no one's ever heard of that aren't going to do anything. That's who these guys are auditing. So one thing, and I brought this up earlier, is that the domain for this protocol, the website, is only hosted for 1 year. They've only paid for 1 year. I mean, I have websites. Like websites cost like $12 to host. Really? You're only going to buy a year's worth? I think I have 5 years of domain on my website. You know, I like, come on. I don't know. That if that doesn't scream like, hey, we're not here for the long term, I don't know what does. So they audited the entire protocol for like vulnerabilities and all that stuff. And they only put like this one little itty bitty subsection about like the possibility of rugs. And I think that's by design, but we're going to go over it anyway. So here's what the owners can do on this protocol. And it's like, it's giving me Safu vibes, right? They can renounce ownership and they can transfer ownership. They can withdraw all of the funds in all of the wallets to the Treasury and then transfer it out, rug, at any time. They can set the auto rebase and the add liquidity. They can set fee receivers. They can add whitelist. They can take away whitelist addresses. They can set blacklisted addresses. They can set the pairing address and they can set the LP. So basically they can change the entire protocol on you at any given time if they want to. So take that for what it is. I'm not going to tell you whether that's good or bad. I'm sure you can probably infer for yourself. Go ahead. Now, let's just be real. This is another copy and paste like Safu or Titano. And although Titano is actually doing good, Safu is an absolute scam. And it is what it is. Like, I'm telling you it's a scam. I'm going on record saying it's a scam. And whenever they do scam everybody, maybe they don't. But Safu is for sure going down. It's not going to be able to sustain unless they make some major pivots to their contract. And I'm talking about stop having 100% control over the entire contract. That doesn't foster any goodwill with your investors. So their audit was an absolute disaster. They can rug anytime. Their KYC doesn't matter. They haven't been doxxed. It seems like they're trying to do everything cheap because they won't even pay for their own domain system for more than 12 months. Obviously, they're audited by a very terrible, cheap company that it costs like basically nothing to get audited by. The team has no intention of doxing. In my opinion, they have a 1-year shelf life, and they're showing you this. Like, they're giving you the signs that they don't want to be around in a year. The APY is not sustainable, especially the more people that buy in. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, the more people that buy in, you know, the more sustainable the APY is because of the fees. Yeah, okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is you're not going to get any ROI because everybody's going to be selling. See what I'm saying? Now, there's no indication anywhere of what happens after the first 365 days. At least Safu was upfront enough about it to say like, hey, we're giving you, you know, this crazy APY, but then as soon as the 365th day hits, that APY goes down to 200%. So them not being transparent about that, in my opinion, is a little bit more of a red flag as well. So on their Twitter, you can go and see they're like, we're trending #1 on DEX tools, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but that's a pay to play position. Let's be real. No one's trending more than Bitcoin. No one's trending more than Ethereum. Is this really trending more than Solana, right? No, they're not. It's just is what it is. They bought their way onto the top 10 trending, and they actually bought their way to the top #1 trending. It's pay to play. That's facts. They say that they're listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. I'm going to flash some stuff up on the screen. They're not. You can go check. I already did it, but you can go check for yourself. That's really weird that they would say that, and then they're not. They're advertising it on their website. They literally copied RingFi's white paper, like word for word, and their website. It's got the same exact language. Like, go compare them, you know, side by side. You'll see what I'm saying. And it's been out for like a week at this time of filming. Like, it came out on 3/20 of 2022. So take that for what it is as well. Now, with all that being said, if you got any value out of this video, smash that like button, subscribe, bang on that notification bell. Seriously, comment anything in the comment section that you want. Any new projects, whether you hate my braids, whether you hate my voice, I don't care. Just tell me what you're thinking. Interact with the channel. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and have a good day, everyone.